beautiful evening today.
First off, you missed your first video. You already know what that means. Talking about today's topic, what is it about physical books that makes them so appealing? Like, why is this feeling of flipping a page so hard to replicate? And I could never do audiobooks either. The medium always just felt very different. And like the tone that generally needs to be inferred when you're reading regular text is just presented to you. And you don't have any of that voice that you construct for each character in each book or whatever. That's just already given to you. And yes, some people who are not me can listen to audiobooks completely fine while they do other things. My monkey brain decides, ooh, I need to focus on this and only this, and I can't multitask like that. Something about books just completely demands my full attention, and it has to be the only thing I'm doing. Ebooks aren't that much better for me either. Like, I have a paper like cover thing for my iPad. It feels pretty nice, but swiping at a page just doesn't really cut it, you know? Like, even on these like digital mediums, there are links, and those links are begging to be visited. But with a real book, I feel like I can give it my full attention. Holding a real physical book just feels different. It grounds us in the real world, or at least it makes me feel grounded in the real world. It sounds stupid, but it makes it feel like whatever I'm reading is more real. This might just be because all of our interactions are just like very digital nowadays, where I'm always constantly at risk of being nerd snipe. Next thing I know, I'm reading a blog post on nuclear power plants, pair programming, or even infrastructure, like whatever the topic it is today. I think I just need some like non-screen time to, one, give my eyes a much needed rest, and two, be more patient so I'm not always like the, hey, do you have any games on your phone guy? I remember I raved about Dynamic Land's research a few months ago, maybe. Just like reading off of their website, quote unquote, we are inventing a new computational medium where people work together with real objects in the real world, not alone with virtual objects on screens. I find it really interesting because I've been thinking a lot about how a lot of our modern devices, the only parts of our hands that we actually use to interact with it are our fingertips, to scroll, to type on a keyboard. That's really about it. The alternate or better ways to interact with devices other than, just our fingertips. Like, utilize the rest of the hand, rest of your body even. The heft of like one side of a finished book where you can tell instantly how much of the book you're done reading just by the weight, you can't replicate that very easily digitally. At the end of the day, people think with their hands. People think with their bodies. They improvise and experiment with everything around them. So why are we limited to just our fingertips? Ideas in Mindstorms are similar too. Let me get the book. The author Seymour Papert. I'm gonna butcher the name again, but this name talks a lot about using the concept of turtles, which are these little theoretical objects where you can control exactly which direction they're pointing and which direction they are moving in. And he talks about this concept of embodied cognition, where the body affects the mind and how it thinks about the world. And he says that by creating like an entity in which children can think through, like these turtles, these children can kind of imagine themselves as the turtle and act through each of the programming steps procedurally. Now, I haven't fully read this paper book yet so far, so I can't really fully develop opinion on it yet, but it has been absolutely great read so far, and I can't wait to tell you more about it later. That is all for today, and see you on Friday. Don't miss this time.